It started for us just like it started for most people in high school. He liked me, and I liked him. And back then, that's all it took. It seemed like in the blink of an eye, we became an item. And once Puppy Love and I were official, we were always together. If you saw one of us, you saw the other. After a while, though, after all that being together, we found ourselves just aimlessly filling each other's space. It got to the point where we didn't even know why we were together. I had seen how some of my friends and family had made their boyfriends their world, and I figured that was how it was supposed to be. My high school life became him. It was all things puppy love. But then it was time for college. Time to go away for college. And that realization changed everything. I tried to convince Puppy Love that we shouldn't even try to stay together because it just wasn't realistic to think we'd even make it. But somehow we decided to stay together. After only a couple months of college, we talked on the phone less and less. I thought about him less and less, and I cared less and less about making us work because I didn't even think it was a good idea to begin with. We quickly became estranged, aliens from different planets. At that point in my life, I was beginning to see that we all take different paths, and that was all well and good, but I knew if Puppy Love and I were going to stay together, we needed to walk similar paths. And that wasn't us. We just wanted different things. I cared about him a lot. There was no doubt about that. And I wanted the absolute best for him. But we were walking in opposite directions. And that confirmed for me that he wasn't it. I loved him. That was for sure. And he loved me. We loved like we'd never loved anyone before. All that mattered to us was each other. And we were completely tuned in to our own little world. College life afforded us the freedom to live our lives together like no one else mattered. And that's exactly what we did. We shut the world out. I saw only him. He saw only me. We talked about everything. We shared everything. Our every waking moment together was our everything. I was his, and he was mine. He was the one. And then things changed. I fell in love with someone else who completely captured my heart, and I wanted to be with him, Jesus, just as much as I wanted to be with the one. In fact, I wanted the one to know the love of Jesus the way I'd come to know it. I was being made new, and I just wanted him to see it and feel it and understand it, and more than anything, experience it for himself. He wanted to understand because he loved me, and because he loved me, he really tried. But he would never come to truly understand my uneasiness with the things we'd once done, the conviction, the shame, and sometimes even regret. The Lord had changed my heart in a way that the one just couldn't comprehend. My new life, the new me, but the same him. We were two different beings. So, we began moving in opposite directions, both desperately wanting to hold on to what we had, but me knowing that we couldn't keep a hold on something that was slipping away. It was probably the hardest thing I ever had to do, but I knew I had to let go. I knew he wasn't it. After meeting at a church event, I don't even remember how we exchanged numbers and started texting and talking like we did. What I do remember, though, is that things changed almost instantly after that moment. It was as if a heavy curtain had suddenly been pulled to cover us, and anything we said or did from that moment forward was always behind that curtain. No one saw us out in the open, and except for 3 people the secret and I both considered friends, no one would ever see us as we were. From the start, he wanted me to be his secret, And although he never overtly said that that was the case, the message was hard to miss whenever we were together. I didn't know that's what I was getting into because it's certainly not what I signed up for. But after a few months in, I looked up and there I was, in the dark, hiding with the secret. I can't even recount the times we met up in random neutral places. It was our way of touching base since I never even knew where he lived and we didn't know anyone in each other's lives. Our meetups became standard. And since he worked really long days, he wanted to at least see me. That was the rationale he gave. Before long, I was exhausted with trying to figure out what was going on with us. I'd never lived my life behind closed doors, and I wasn't about to start. So one day, in one of our regular dead-end conversations, in one of our random meetup locations, I told the secret that I was ready to end whatever it was we had going on. I told him I was checking out because I hadn't signed up to be strung along. I hopped right off of the secret roller coaster I'd been on so I could keep my peace intact. He was shocked, but he knew it, and I knew that he wasn't it.